For I am not ashamed of the gospel, for it is the power of God that brings salvation to everyone who believes. Hi, my name is Jenny, and this is my testimony. Probably my junior high days, my parents started having some issues, and so they ultimately ended up getting divorced. And that was a very hard time for me because my parents were very much role models to me, and we were a pretty close family. And so it kind of rocked my world in a way that I didn't expect. And so I just chose to jump into the world and see if I could solve all my problems there. And I knew ultimately that I was going to come back to the Lord, but I just wanted to see if this way would be a little bit better, or if it would work better, if I'd be a little more content and in that way. And it was completely the opposite. I started partying, and I became emptier and emptier and emptier, and I kept going down the path. The Lord was very gracious in bringing my actually old pastor's family into my life as I was going deeper and deeper, and they offered me to live with them, and so I did, because I knew that I needed some extra help and some just support at the time. But it was interesting because I definitely did not stop partying. I remember one night I partied a little bit too hard, and I came home and I got really sick. And I remember the mom came over to me and started rubbing my back as I was over the toilet and started praying for me. And I just remember being totally rocked and like, wow, I'm at her house. And she knows what I'm doing, and she's loving me in the depths and loving me still. And I just remember knowing that the Lord was like, this is who I am, and I want to bring you back to me, and I love you. And this is the verse that I think of when that I told you the Lord gave me as I was going through this process. It's Psalm 40, and it says, it's verse 1, I waited patiently for the Lord. He inclined to me and heard my cry. He drew me up from the pit of destruction, out of the miry bog, and he set my feet upon a rock, making my steps secure. He put a new song in my mouth, a song of praise to our God. Many will see and fear and put their trust in the Lord. Sorry, I shouldn't be crying, but it gets me every time, 25 years later. It was such an incredible contrast between those years that I spent in the world, just denying Christ almost totally, and being angry and sitting in my sin and sitting in my anger and not allowing the Lord to come in and heal any of that and work in my life in any way. It just was I call it my desert season. It was such a desert. It was I was emotionally empty, and I just saw God, as I started turning towards Him, just breathe life into me. And it was such a contrast of both worlds of oh, this is what it means to walk with the Lord. And this is what it means when God rescues you out of the pit that we all need rescuing out of.